It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Ball is teed up. Zane Gonzalez to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Half 18, half it.
Right to the air, it's Jones. He's got this complete to James Cook. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, throw by Jones. He lets a heater go deep. This is brought in at the 15. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. York tacks on that extra point. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the gun, Daniels. He has the first over the middle. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels coming back after that pick. Able to hit home, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 40 on 2nd down. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Daniels now. Escapes the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Fourth down, here's Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Giants get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Jones on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the check.
Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Other side. Okay, here we go. Up we go.
Jones trying again after the pick. He lofts it deep left. What a dive. I think he caught it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out we go.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Gets this to Johnson. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go. Out we go.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Stays. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Katie York now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Groupie sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick.
Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And normally that equals disaster, but it gets out of bounds and ends in a touchback.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
They start the drive with Hall. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. from the 36. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw, Daniels. Hall there to haul it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're now set for first and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's second and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. Third and long for him here. Finds his target, Hall. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Jones. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
They motion the tight end over.
Timberland, Timberland, Timberland. Up we go.
To throw again here on second and 10. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Here we go. Clong, clong, clong. Up we go.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. He puts some air under this one deep. He lays out for it and makes the catch. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Up we go.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Great. Here we go, hey. Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino. Out we go.
Another try following the sack. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Out we go.
Pressure comes, Jones. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Here comes the final play of our first half. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Oh no, the football's out. Oh no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
On first down, here's Daniels. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
He fires one deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Now, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You'd like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, Daniels to the air. Throwing deep for the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Giants take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Up we go.
2nd and 10 now. Jones. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Timberland. Here we go. Out we go.
Jones now on 3rd down. Connects with Cook. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Half jumbo. Great. Out we go.
Again, Jones to the air. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Jim, up we go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Let's go now. Back to 60.
Daniels on first down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's loaded another one up. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Fourth down, here's Daniels. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Up we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He brings it in. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. York good on the point after. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game. Now is York to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Daniels. Dump off caught by his back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down give to Hall. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. That's the end of the 3rd. New set of downs for him from the 46. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Working quickly here. Second and 10 now. He puts everything behind this one. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing now, Daniels. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He's got it deep downfield. He has the New York touchdown. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants continue piling onto this lead. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second down and 10. Daniels. It is caught left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
Daniels now. Hauled in left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now Daniels off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now Daniels to throw. Pass complete, screenplay. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. To throw, Daniels. Able to hit Hall, complete. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Hall running between the tackles. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Daniels back to throw. Finds his target, Hall. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Daniels, 3rd and goal. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one.